Hello, hello, hello. Right, first things first, can everyone hear me? If you can, just say hello in the chat. And Maff, hello.
Hello, I can hear
Hey,
you. I hope
fantastic.
everyone else can hear me too.
I tell you what, I used to have this thing, right? I'd go on stage to do a gig. We'd done a sound check with the band, and like everything worked. My bass guitar was in tune, and the amp was working fine. There's nothing, everything's great. And
Yeah,
then you come to the first song, and like your lead packs up, and it's like shit, and then and you have to go and sort of like I don't know, sort of
and it's all downhill from there, essentially.
yeah, really, and I don't know. I seem to have been plagued by technical problems last few days. For anyone who wonders what I'm talking about, it's like the minute before we went live there, I just went into the thingy studio and StreamYard wanted to connect to my phone, right? And
Because of course, yeah,
because it does, but I don't know, because my phone was probably there and it wanted to use that as a mic. I didn't want it to use that as a mic because I've got a nice Shure SM58 that I wanted to use instead. So
bit of a name drop.
yeah. So why wasn't it working anyway? I had to fiddle with it, and luckily I got it there in the nick of time. And if I hadn't have mentioned it, no one would have known. But
Yeah.
I'm here anyway. Look,
Okay,
I'm
made
just
it.
first things first. I'm just going to talk about everyone's talking about this death cross thing. So I was actually wondering what they're on about. And the closest I've found to I don't know if I'm doing this right at all, but I use this moving average cross thing. I should
Yeah,
probably
that's
just
one because it is a 50 and a 200. I think they tend to be banging on about.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got like a 50 and a 200. I don't know why does it say short MA then long MA?
Well, because one's short and 50 MA is shorter than a 200 MA, I guess.
Yeah, but I could do it the other way around, couldn't I? I could make that a 200 anyway.
Does it do anything else, that indicator, or is it literally just?
Don't think so.
Um,
No,
oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean you could
They
do
could just
that.
say MA1 and MA2, I suppose.
Well, yeah. It just changes the color. Just
Yeah.
changes the color. That's all it is. Makes one.
So what's it doing? So because normally I think of the red as being the fast moving one, because it's like red for speed and danger and excitement. But here I think that they're counting red as when that's above, then it's bearish, aren't they? And when the green longer MA is above, then that's bullish. I think that's kind of what they're going for with that.
I guess so. Yeah. So
Oh, when so it shows at the cross as well.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about you and you London types, but normally like red means stop and green means go. Red doesn't necessarily need high speed and danger. I suppose it does actually. Yeah.
Yeah. It's well, I suppose it could be counted as both. Just high speed and stop. Yeah.
Yeah, make it red. Anyway, but yeah, so a lot of people have been talking about this thing here on the daily time frame. I think it is the one that everyone's banging on about. It seems to be making like quite big news on like on Twitter and stuff, or whatever it's called, Grok, no, X.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in actual fact, when this happens, it only sort of dips down a little bit, doesn't it? So it's although it sounds quite sort of, oh no, it's a death cross. It's like in reality, all right, that one was a bad one. So I don't know. It's a bit of a crap sort of indicator, really. So what I'd been doing instead, what I did in the video this morning, is I was thinking, well, what have we got similar? So I thought, well, we've got the the 3-day Quadzilla thing where this is showing a similar kind of thing with the green 55 and the yellow 21 EMAs. So they look like that they're coming to cross there. They had a little dip, same as the other ones did, around about April. And then back here in, when was that, September 2024. What happened here was they came down, sort of looked like they were going to go a bit bearish, but it was like a little dip, and then he went back up again. So bearing this in mind, I was thinking of Where's a bad one? A bad one was I suppose. Am I looking at the right thing? Yeah, I am. Hang on. Bad one was. Can't see one. Hang on. There must be one back here. Right. Okay. Oh, where's that? Right. That was. You still there, Maff?
Yeah, still here.
That's quite weird. There's some sort of like noise cancelling thing, and like when you go quiet, you go really quiet. You know.
Oh, it's because I'm actually tactically muting at the moment because there seems to be some cleaning going on in the background. I think someone's actually cleaning the toilet and bathroom, which is just not too far away from this room. so there's occasional toilet flushing and things like that going on. I thought it was probably best not to kind of have that broadcast out onto YouTube and X and so on.
Okay, so you've just told everyone instead, so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's fine as long as I keep it secret. Yeah.
But a bit like nobody will know about the microphone problem at the start of the show. Anyway, but what I've noticed here was that when you do get the kind of like bearish ones here on the 3-day time frame, we're actually getting these kind of red mid-range crosses. So what it's called, mid-range.
Yeah, mid-range cross.
Yeah, we're getting that just before the bad ones. So you get a mid-range cross, and then you get that, and then that's a bad one. Okay, so then if you go forward in time, find another bad one. Which would there aren't many, are there? Oh, well, anyway, the point is what I was saying is that at the moment we did have that mid-range cross there on last Friday, here on a 3-day time frame. So that is that is fairly bad. But there again, the price has actually come down quite a bit since then. So I'm actually wondering, if this death cross thing does happen, I think it might be quite mild, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
and what,
I think so.
and what was
it's one of those things where it is kind of obviously because it's a lagging indicator anyway, isn't it? With the with the moving averages, so it really is just telling kind of what's happened, isn't it? Rather than so you could kind of point to it and like look to it in the past and like, oh well, this previous time it marked like the end of that particular bull run, blah blah blah. The time before the time before that and the time before that, I suppose. But it doesn't mean it that has to be the same this time. And I think it hasn't crossed yet, has it? If I remember.
No, it hasn't.
So I think if we do get the healthy rebound that we're all kind of hoping for, and that because obviously that's leading into the US government kind of hopefully opening up again at the end of this week.
Yeah.
And there are quite a few things. It's going to go through a couple of other things in a bit, just that I think could actually align quite well with that.
Okay,
so
cool.
So it's cautiously optimistic, I think.
Okay.
On these.
Now, in my video this morning, I was talking about this particular time frame, and this is one where, like, obviously we've got these retracement levels here, which go back like many years, sort of thing. Which you're thinking, oh, is that likely to get retraced to? And actually, if you look at the stats with Quadzilla, you'll see. Where's it gone? Sorry. Did I just? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Whoops.
That's what I meant to do. All right, so there you go. Right, yeah, I really like the new little box. Actually, it's
kind of funky, isn't it? Yeah, it's
nice.
color coded and it kind of so gives you what you had before, but it also the extra details are there if you really want to dig into it. That's probably something, because I was thinking about doing like a Medium tutorial on that, but then of course we ought to do like a stats video as well, because there's sort of particular ways that's intended to be used for when you're trading. So that's something that it'd be good to go into dig into that at some point.
Cool. Anyway, the point is, when I was looking at this, I mean, normally with like, you know, time frames like the 1 hour and stuff, this has like phenomenal you know, statistics for these steps completing. And in actual fact, with the bearish retracements like this red one over here, out of the 14 step ones it's done since 2009. Okay, so that's what's that? That's
quite some history.
16 years or something. Yeah, so
Yeah.
about 16 years. Well, it's basically the life of Bitcoin, isn't it? In the life of Bitcoin, all the bearish retracements have been completed. So,
yeah,
if we see another one, they're probably worth taking note of. However, the bullish ones, only half of those have actually been thingied. So
yeah, that actually stands to reason.
It does.
So it does. Yeah. So I could go into that a bit as well about why,
sure.
You know, it's sort of only half of them came true, and that's a good thing. You know, in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All I was saying in my video this morning, for anyone who didn't watch it, is well, go and watch it once we finish this stream. But you know, I was thinking if one of these does get taken out, it could possibly be that one. So I don't know what your TA today is going to say, but you know, my worst case scenario is probably somewhere like down there at like 80, 86 or something. You know, possibly a little bit lower, but that's my worst case scenario. But overall, I'm still bullish. And what I was saying as well is, even if it does do that, then that would still be on this time frame. That would still be a higher low compared to that. So we would still be in an overall uptrend. And yeah, and I did also look at where everyone was getting this stuff from, and I think it probably came from a post by Kyle Chasse or whatever his name is.
Sure.
But anyway, and someone in a comment to his post about it said, you know, Grok is a death cross, bullish or bearish, and Grok said a death cross, where a short-term moving average crosses below a long-term one. I suppose that's the bullish and bearish, isn't it? E.g., 50-day below 200-day is traditionally a bearish signal suggesting potential downward momentum. However, in Bitcoin's history, such crosses have often marked local bottoms followed by rallies, e.g., the last few led to significant recoveries. It's not foolproof combined with other analysis for decisions. So
in other words, it's completely useless as a measure of what's going to happen.
Yeah, so I think that was my overall conclusion from that, is like, I think it's just to make you know, sensational YouTube.
It's the name, isn't it? It's a death cross.
Death cross, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the death cross, you know. And you know, I honestly think, you know, a title like my videos this morning, like, you know, we are so not back. Might be more truthful for the moment. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm intrigued about what you've got to say. So if you've got to say anything, Maff, and maybe we should, you know, do the thing. Should we do the thing?
I think it's that time. Sorry, I think I just realised I cleared my throat while the bull was mooing. So if that came across, then that was like the big moment at the end of the jingle, wasn't it? And I just
Well,
I
yeah,
really
again,
did.
it could have been just part of the tune that nobody would have noticed unless you'd have said so.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, at least I was just coughing and not anything else.
No,
So
I didn't
yeah,
hear it.
yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, just before we get into the Bitcoin stuff, I did promise Michael from the Discord, Michael G19, that I'd have a quick look at Crow USDT as well. So this is Crow. Actually, if you're watching at the moment, Michael, do announce yourself. Don't be shy. Come on. Are you there? Sorry, I'm filling in time a little bit because I've just lost the right window.
Is he the German guy?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, in which case, we did say midday, so he'd probably turn up about 2 o'clock, wouldn't he?
True. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. Oh, you know, we didn't do the hellos and stuff, did we?
No, I was just feeling unsociable, really. No, actually,
fair enough.
No, let's say hello. I'll do a quick hello.
Yeah, sure.
There's Woodman, WJM. Sui, please. Okay, there's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
SaveWithCrypto having a bit of a nightmare. Kaz, hello, Kaz. Hi, yep, sound on, excellent.
And we are sound. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Zcash. I was talking about shorting that the other day, wasn't I? And I didn't have the balls to do it, you know. But
did it crash? I haven't really kept an eye on that one.
It went down a bit. I haven't looked at it recently, but
sure.
Mr. Duckegg, afternoon chaps, afternoon indeed. And Nick, you're late.
What's going on? Sort out your priorities.
Yeah, so that's hello to everyone. Can you all do us a favour, by the way? Just give the live stream a like, because YouTube likes that, and we like it as well.
And also, if you're also on X, then obviously we're also live streaming on X at the moment. So if you wouldn't mind, maybe just opening up a tab and just kind of having that running as well, that would help hugely. Because I've not actually checked how many people are actually watching on X at the moment. We've got not very many.
2.
So I think certainly a lot less than on YouTube. Haven't checked Twitch.
Well, it says 1, but that's usually that's
usually the spammer guy, isn't it? Yeah. So, hey spammer. Actually, if you're a legit person watching on Twitch, then apologies for that. Hello and welcome. So, what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, so over on, so we're going to look at Kronos, then Crypto.com Crowcoin against USDT. So, I think Michael was asking, is this a good time to go long on Crow? Don't know really. Slightly anticlimactic answer. So I think because obviously it's really going to depend, of course, on what Bitcoin does, because it's just all these alts, they just kind of followed, didn't they? On here, this is a bit of it as a spoiler. I was going to.
I'll tell you what.
So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what about this thing. You know, is because I was quite kind of enjoying sort of like trading it a bit like a month ago. And then that October the 10th happened, and it did momentarily go down to like 7 cents. So
yeah, that
was a God, what was it then? It was certainly enough to wreck me, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that was like a 61% dump it actually did on that day.
Yeah.
So if you are long in it, just, you know, be super careful, you know, use a stop loss. Honestly, I would not go any higher leverage than on 2x with that. Just because you know it can do that, you know it can move 60% in a day, in an hour.
Yeah, for definite.
You know,
and
if you're not,
it's also just with Crow in particular, it just seems to, like among alts, it just it generally seems to prefer down doesn't it? It had that sort of momentary
Yeah.
news-based pump that was just based on hot air, it seems, and yeah, and then just it has a tendency to go down rather than put it that way. So like when it goes up, it just it seems almost like reluctant to do it. Something about it, but I hold Crow. It used to be a lot, now it's not nearly as much. But yeah, so I very much want the price of this to just absolutely skyrocket. It would be nice. I think.
Have you got one of the cards?
Yeah. I've got the. What have I got? I haven't got the webcam on. I've got the icy white.
Okay.
Yeah, but because I unthingy-jigged the coins, so unstaked them, so I'm not getting the benefits now. And if I restate them at the value that they currently are, I would need to kind of re-achieve the icy white threshold,
Which is like,
and it's a
30
long,
grand
long
or
way off. Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
how much? Sorry,
It's like 30 grand or something. Or
30 grand. Yeah, so it's the amount of Crow that I hold is way off that.
yeah, because I've still got my original 100,000 staked. So to get the, I haven't got the white one. I've got the pink one. The
Salmon pink, whatever.
rose gold. That's
Rose
it.
gold,
Yeah. But it's the same level. But you still get the airport lounge access, don't you? I think.
I think so. Yeah. I haven't had the opportunity to actually try that lately, but I have used the airport lounge courtesy of the Crow card before. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So that's quite nice. Got a chance to show off to the, to to the family or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, so we can.
Well, the only thing with me, right, is I'm either on my own, so there's no one to show off to, or I'm traveling in a group of either 3 or 5, which is normally my kind of traveling size of group, depending on if I've got the full family or the half family,
I
And,
would just use the lounge anyway. In that case, I'd just screw them. They can just sit on the departure lounge floor because all the seats are taken or whatever. I'll be in the lounge,
drinking free gin and tonic.
The warm pastries and things.
Yeah. You see, I'm not like that, unfortunately. Sort of, so I keep thinking, oh no, I'm gonna have to pay for one of them, and like, because you only get like +1, with that level, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
So consequently, I never use it. So we normally sit on the floor with the sandwich.
Yeah, with a Pret sandwich that's from like 3 days ago or something. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think to get back to the staking level that I need, or to get the perks aside from the airport lounge, to get the cash back, all that stuff. I would need to kind of buy $30,000 or pounds worth of Crow again and just do that, or wait for it to absolutely kind of mega pump. Why isn't it? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I mean, to be honest, if it mega pumps, then I would probably at that stage just sell it.
Yeah, me too.
Because you get a feeling that it'll do the Matt Damon thing and top out, and then just that'll be it for another 4 or 5 years, I guess. So anyway, Crow T8. So on the 1 hour, if we're to take these retracement levels literally, then you can kind of see. I mean that one was very nice because obviously it's we kind of got the down, then the up, and then the down at kind of as you would want really. This one, it started here, didn't it? So we had the down, then it came up into the step 3, and it has had the down. So even at this stage, I think you probably would have been looking at this and thinking, well, okay, this is looking like it's now pumping, it's going to head on up, but we've got this step 3 of this bearish retracement level to get through. So expect it to come down a bit first, and sure enough, it did. And being bearish, it came down a fair amount, and is kind of continuing to do that a bit. But But we've now got this bullish retracement level step 2 that's happening. Well, happened really. I think it's just that got wicked out really. But I think to all intents and purposes that's still happening really. So kind of waiting for the price to come back up, and I hope just keep on going up, because it's done the up, down, up. So when it breaks above that level, you can be fairly confident that's going to be the long to take. So the other thing I was going to do here was, if I draw in the fib, actually maybe from, oops, yeah, if I draw in the fib, maybe from, I might need to adjust this a little bit as we go along, but so from that bottom up to probably that top, something like that, and what does that give us? You could view this as kind of a Elliott wave type of thing. So, we got the impulse move up, the pullback. If that, and then you'd expect that, so like this, the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, whatever. So if that was the case, this might come back to probably whatever, is that the halfway point? Thereabouts. Probably, yeah, about maybe that one. So if it comes back to there, 0.12683, then that, it might go into the wave 3 thing after that, and then that would kind of tie in with these happening as well, which would be nice. So then it just then needs to kind of get above this level. This was support or resistance trend line that I drew in like a long time back, but that is probably still going to turn out to be relevant. So when the price gets up to that point, it's probably going to bounce off that initially, depending how sharply the price goes up. Obviously it's going to follow Bitcoin, so whatever Bitcoin does really. What's interesting to note as well is that we had a couple of retracement levels back here, and just, is it coincidence or is it maths? That they've also coincided with the 0.618, I guess, on the Fibonacci. So just on there. So that suggests some confluence of the price action there. So at least it might even want to stay around that level for a bit, if there's no more like external impetus on it, like Bitcoin surging or dropping. So in which case it might continue this range here a little bit, maybe before heading up or down or whatever. It could be directionless TA, isn't it? It's great. So yeah, that's Crow. So I think the question from Michael was kind of, should I long? Obviously can't really answer that because it's like not financial advice, etc., etc. Probably pretty much what Save was saying just now, like, if you're gonna, but in a prospective long, if you feel like that's at the reversal, it might touch back to this level and then up, but just do it on very low leverage and probably with a tight invalidation stop loss. Because like if it came down and drops below this level, for example, you may actually want it to get stopped out at that point and not get trapped in a downward spiral. So far that's seeming fairly uppy, isn't it? I know I'm only doing this on the 1 hour, but like, so if we just quickly had a look on the 2 hour, the 4 hour. Okay, that's where I drew in that the uptrend there. What do you think? I'd say it's looking more uppy than downy. So if we can break above this level, then that level, looking at the kind of these liquidity zones, really, then on it, yes, that's fairly detailed-ish look at Crow. So should we jump over to Bitcoin, and then I think there are a couple of other alts that were kind of suggested to look at.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so on here, so okay, Bitcoin tether, blah 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 blah, futures. Yeah, what I had just drawn in earlier was again the fib, but I'll come back to that in just a second. So yeah, mid-range cross coming up, looking bullish on the 4 hour, which is nice to see. And that's, so yeah, potential turnaround there. I think when it's mid-range like that, you can expect it to be a bit of a kind of a short-lived impulse move, really. It isn't necessarily the main move, because for that you would kind of want this to come down into oversold like this one. So that this one really was kind of more of a, with a super up as well, that was signaling big price reversal, and then it's kind of wicks down notwithstanding, it's kind of been that, isn't it? Creative trend line, but it's broken down, but it's come back up. It wants to reclaim that line, bounce up a bit, and so on. So, something like that, I would think. Should I draw that? Just make it look a bit more kind of. So assuming it doesn't come down any further, and it's begun, it might bounce off there, come up, something like that, maybe. I tend to regret drawing these in and then leaving them, because then the price just ends up doing something utterly different. Or if it does that, it might, some part of it will happen sooner, and then the other part happens kind of later or whatever. But maybe that overall pattern, I think we might expect to see. But
well, you could always do what Carl the Moon does, where as soon as something happens, you just sort of bring out a new video and then refer to one you did like 4 weeks earlier and said, like, this is what I said then. Whereas the one the day before was completely opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also the way to do it. I might,
yeah.
Maybe I should start doing that.
Just do everything. I mean, I did a bearish video this morning because I wanted the price of Bitcoin to go up.
Yeah, because that is very much how it works. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was going to draw in the fib then. So actually, let's go to the 1 hour and do that. So okay, that's kind of interesting. That played out rather nicely. That bearish retracement had the down and the up. Then the down was immediate because it was just in that wick. But in fact, yeah, down as in the step 3 has sort of continued down. So that was probably the extent of that move, we hope. What I did want to draw in on this is, and I wonder if maybe on the, oh god, sorry, I keep promising things and then not doing them. Let's do this first. I was going to draw in, where should that go? Do you think to there? To there? Don't know really. If I was going to do that, probably to that high. Let's delete that now. What do you think? Does that give us anything meaningful to chew over? Just like a dog with an old slipper or something. So yeah, I mean, sorry, I'm just being a bit hypnotized by that retracement level, just touching him down. That was kind of bang on. So it gives confidence, I think, in like this one playing out. So that one's had the up, very much the down, and the up is obviously going to come back. So that level, that 104.4 ish, because it's within the step 3 now, so you'd kind of expect quite a strong move upwards when it comes back up to that level. So and these sorts of wicks, that's such a it's a statement, isn't it? So that clearly bottomed out there. That's clearly a reversal, and Quadzilla agrees on that, very much. and then it like drops to the downside. No, no, no. Back up you go, and doji, and then yeah, just like a strong impulse move up. So I think I drew the Fibonacci wrong, by the way. I don't think it should go up to that kind of level. It's like if I drew it to there, say, that potentially gives. Well, I suppose it gives. It's one of those things, isn't it, where you can draw kind of to within this sort of level or up to that sort of level. So it really does depend. So Jesus, flipping. Sorry, I haven't got Tourette, so just so we got builders in, and they're insisting on using the upstairs toilet instead of the downstairs toilet. So you'll hear some loud whittling in a minute, and then the toilet flushing. So, yeah, sorry. 1 second, I actually need to cough, and so I'm just going to mute for a moment. It's my day.
It's all happening today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Loud whittling, indeed. Well, God knows what's happening there.
Right, back now anyway. Actually, I'm just going to slip some coffee as well in the moment.
I'm just flicking through your list of words that you can't say on YouTube that you sent me earlier this morning, actually.
Yeah,
and,
are you about to read some of them out and say like, why can't we say nipples? Or that was one of them actually.
I'll say it with demonetized now.
Yeah, shadow band.
Actually, I don't think we're monetized on this one anyway. But so there's definitely some words that I use in everyday conversation. You know that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I can't really believe that. You know that there's that kind of like, is it if they really pick up on just individual words like that, everybody would be shadow banned and demonetized. So there has to be some AI element or context or something, or there must be some bias there, like they know whether they like or dislike certain YouTubers.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at stuff to do with that certain disease that begins with C that my wife died of. You know, that anything to do with that is a bad word. Anyway, sorry, I digress. But no.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were just clearing your throat, and you build us around the
conversation. I mean, that's not bad going, to be honest. Excuse me. A series of coughs can turn into a lengthy conversation about shadow banning and things. So, sorry, I'm actually still coughing. Just a second.
And anyway, so words that you can use: Hampton, hamster. They're all good. Surprised they even make the list. Anyway, God blimey, is he all right?
So it's the old Bob Fleming. I think that's got it. Yeah. Right. Okay. I think back in action again. So yeah, I think at the moment I'm also kind of hedging a bit because I can't draw my fib retracement right, so I'll just get rid of that for now. But I think similar to what we're seeing on the Crow TA, this could kind of be the beginning of a kind of a slightly wobbly Elliott wave in the sense that we've got the 1, the 2 pull back, the 3, the 4 pull back, and the 5. It could be something like that. If it happens like that, I think the third one is the one that you'd expect to be the biggest move. In which case, actually, if I go to maybe back to the 4 hour for that. So, in effect, let's get some chart on the screen. So if that was the 1, if that was the 1, then that's been the 2. Then we'd have a 3. Make room. Then the 4, and then the little 5 or something like that. and then I suppose he'd get like everyone's convinced this is to the moon. Then slight, just 'tis a minor pullback, but that's really the correction phase, the ABC now beginning, and then kind of that everyone thinks it's resuming, and then bit down, So we could see. Sorry, we could see just on the basis of I fairly randomly drew in the levels based on the amount of screen height that I got on here. But now that I look at it, yeah, that could well carry us back. Like it won't be a straight line, obviously, it'll be just like zigzags. Could carry us back to kind of all-time high territory, whether it's this one or after that pullback and then there. And then if we want to keep things bullish for the rest of this year and maybe into January, February, then this pullback might be a bit shorter, and then we kind of begin anew on another set of waves going up. But it is interesting with Elliott waves. They so often seem to tie in quite nicely with the retracement levels. Obviously, they're all about retracements, really. So you can often, if you're an Elliott wave trader, you can actually use the Quadzilla retracement levels as kind of little previews, like a cheat sheet of where each of these is going to carry you to. It's amazing that it ties in. So yeah, that's Bitcoin, and a little advert there for Quadzilla as well. Should we look at? Should we mention Black Friday?
Yes.
Indeed.
No, I'm just I'm not quite clear what the final plan is actually.
Okay, so I think for so it'd be, how about this? If it's tomorrow, like tomorrow's Friday, isn't it?
Right. Okay. I'll just warn you, everyone. Right. We haven't totally discussed this. Right. So whatever math says, we're going to do. Right.
Okay.
So down to you, mate.
So yeah, it won't be like 100% off for the first 1,000 subscribers or anything like that. But so I think we briefly chatted about so a couple of things in there, like if it starts tomorrow as a Friday and then just maybe carries through till, what do you think, the end of November?
So Thanksgiving itself is something like the 26th or something like that, isn't it? So yeah, let's say till the end of November. The end of November GMT, so that would be like midnight on the 30th. 30 days of September, June. 30 days of September, April, June. 31,
yeah,
30th,
no,
yeah.
30 days of September, April, June, and November.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so midnight GMT on the 30th of November is when it will end. Okay, it will start. It will start tomorrow tonight at midnight. Let's say.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we do that, and I think we were talking 40% off.
14.
40.
Oh, 40.
Yeah, an astoundingly generous 14.
Can say that reminded me of I used to do some gigs in this Dutch bar in the Alps, and
right.
and they were never very generous, because I don't know. Have we got any Dutch people here? I don't know, but they're
wine part Dutch. Yeah.
Oh, well, are you okay? Well, the phrase.
I've Dutch ancestry, like probably 3-4 generations back, maybe.
Right, so you're sort of Dutch and Welsh, kind of.
Yeah, essentially.
That's a combination, isn't it? Anyway, but the phrase "going Dutch" sort of like isn't there for no reason. I mean, Dutch people are normally quite careful with their money and stuff, so to speak. And but they used to have this special offer, tray, and they called it tray beer. I mean, it's basically like, because they could fit like 25 small glasses of beer on a tray, right, on a round tray. And the offer was buy 24 beers and get the 25th one free. Well, that's bloody generous, isn't it?
Yeah. That's like the sort of wine offer that you see in, I don't know, like Tesco or Waitrose or something, isn't it? Just like,
Anyway.
it's like, I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's not get into consumers, but yeah. So yeah, so what do you think there?
off
So
what?
40% off the annual,
Ah,
the yearly license. Yeah. So yeah, that's it really. So from tomorrow, 40% off the annual subscription, and that'll be open until the end of November. So
now
how does that
what
sound?
happens? What happens if they take out the annual subscription at midnight tonight, and they get 40%
one
off?
minute to midnight, I think.
Yeah, no, but say they do it at 1 minute past midnight. Actually, does midnight mean anything to Germans? Hang on. So it'd be 0001, okay, on Friday for the Germans. And say they do that, and the annual subscription resubscribes this time next year. Are they still getting 40% off or not?
What, next year?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think we can probably figure that out next year. I think because it's
Okay.
well, I would say that we do tend to look after. We tend to, sorry, we tend to look after our existing subscribers, existing customers. So yeah, we'll I'm sure that we'll be kind of obliging about that sort of thing.
See, I was going to go super generous here and actually say that actually no, I'm going to leave that till tomorrow, and we'll discuss that tomorrow. But yes, essentially,
I
it's
think,
going to.
I think I know what you're going to say there. What it's about, but yeah. So anyone who's currently on the monthly and wanting to kind of take advantage of this to upgrade to the annual, probably chat to us, DM us or something, because we'll figure something out so that it works out in your favour on that one. So we would obviously welcome anyone kind of wanting to upgrade to the annual. So similarly, I think if anyone's kind of recently taken out the annual, bought the annual license, then again, just chat to us. We'll figure something out on that. You might kind of rightly feel a bit disgruntled if you just paid full whack and then suddenly we're offering.
I am actually boldly going to say that I think anyone who's currently on the annual plan who's paid full price, that they can have 40% off what they paid already. I think I can quite comfortably say that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so that is that's that really. That's the daily shill, but that is kind of a good one today, I think. So haven't quite figured out yet if we're going to do this just as we'll dock the price for the rest of this month, or we'll do it as a a voucher, like a promo code or something. But we'll figure that one out and obviously let you know. So
I kind of think it might be just worth dropping the price, because otherwise what will happen is we might get other people come along, pay full price, and then they'll go, oh no, there was a code, there was a voucher I could have used, and it's going to be a pain, isn't it? So
yeah,
I don't know.
We could probably do without the headache on that one.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better thing to do, and just say that is the price until midnight on November the 30th.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Sorry,
bye.
That wasn't you. Yeah, bye. So, yeah. Okay.
Is that the builder's gone?
Yeah.
It's a quick day, wasn't it?
Well, I'm not sure if that's if that's it for them, or if they're going off to some other site now. I mean, they were here at like 20 to 8. So
fair enough. Okay. WJM did mention Sui earlier on. If you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. So I think just while I got these tabs here, I wanted to point to this one. So this, for this Bitcoin, isn't it? Yeah. Well, crypto markets, total exchange daily volume. So on the 7-day moving average. So trading volume. So I think this is actually a lot more reliable than kind of the volume indicator that you see in TradingView, because that one is just kind of it's a fudge. They don't. It's not actually based on any real exchange trading volume at all. It's just kind of like, well, it's probably this, don't know, maybe whatever. But this kind of data is directly from the exchanges. So in this one, so October was kind of high, isn't it? Sort of into like into mid-October. I can't get used to the US date format. I keep wanting to read that as the 10th of the 15th month, whatever that is. Just
I know all that.
October.
I know all that. Twin Tower stuff. I thought, what happened on the 9th of November?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and should we be doing a like mentioning it on the day, like so?
Instead of talking about it in September. Weird.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so trading volume went high then. The 10th. No, sorry. I've done it again. It was the 10th. When was the big sell-off? That was then, wasn't it? Wasn't that the 10th of October?
10-10 was easy. That's an easy one.
Yeah. I can't really go wrong with that. But yeah, there's a major increase in trading volume. I guess lots of sell volume, wasn't it? Leading into that, and then kind of, started to die off again around the 15th, and kind of like way down, back to like kind of less than what it was already. So that was quite indicative, wasn't it? That on the sort of tariff announcement, it kind of killed the market, really. I mean, it didn't drop down to these levels, like that kind of level, but it was still like not great. And you can really see how that just affected the market overall, and it's just kind of like flatlined along that sort of $50 billion, not to be sniffed at, but and then I sniffed. So I was thinking to myself, don't sniff, because that would be so corny. Don't do it. Oh, damn it. So yeah, so it went along that level, and then seeing an increase now, which is nice. Start of November, but that's been mostly selling, isn't it? Really, and that now it's just dropped again. So maybe this is a lull. Now and then, if that can at least start to kind of spike up again, like again leading into the US government reopening and general nice things happening, economy stimulus wise and that sort of thing. Anyway, yeah. So I thought it was kind of interesting. It's just like when we look at like why the price is doing what it's doing, why does it seem to be in the doldrums, even though we're above 100k? Why does it feel like it's in the doldrums, and that the only way is down, and so on? A lot of it is to do with this. So just the overall trading. So anyway, yeah. So we're going to look at. There's a few more requests on here as well. So we did Crow. What was the next one? Sui.
Sui, Zcash, and Novo Nordisk is what would be good if we looked at.
Okay, so should look at Sui futures. Do you think on Coinbase? Good enough, probably.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
Oh. Actually, having said that, should look at the index. No, sorry.
Language.
Oh, is there a longer term one? Mind you, how long has Sui been around?
It's not that long, is it?
Sui X sucks. Sucks coin.
That is probably one of those words on your list, actually.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, sorry. If we were already demonetized, we're now in the red. Be paying YouTube. Yeah, Sui Mark. Oh, it's the market cap. Okay. Spot. Okay. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? Let's do it with that. Right. Yeah, Sui 4 hour. That's fairly saying that number go up to there, and might see a bounce. I should draw it in. Pretend like I'm doing TA on this rather than just reading the retracement levels. So I suspect a bit of sideways and then up slightly above there. Maybe to hit these sort of liquidity areas there. So maybe up a bit, depends. And down below that retracement level, maybe to there or slightly. If you want to achieve like higher lows, then maybe slightly above where I scribbled it to, and then kind of react along that area up to there. If you're lucky, up to there, maybe down a bit more. God damn it! Once I start thinking about Elliott waves, can't stop noticing them. Because I think that is another one in the forming. Because I think then when it comes back above there, these are all still kind of, they will turn out to be relevant as well. And then it'd be that. So again, we've kind of got like, the 1, 2, I mean, well, that breaks a rule on the Elliott waves, I think, if it comes down lower. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the impulse moves. That's what I think of that, Sui.
I know nothing about Elliott waves,
It's worth looking into, because they, as I was saying, they do tie in very nicely with Quadzilla's retracement levels and with this sort of thing. So there's the affinity between Elliott waves and Quadzilla. It is a little bit astounding because with this sort of thing, it's always kind of like, we know that from this impulse move it's going to top out at some point, but where and how and when? So you can use obviously the retracement levels when they oblige to tell you that level, but also with the momentum oscillator as well. It kind of tells you when things are looking like they're going to top out, and when they back down a bit, when they're going to bottom out, when it, it's just looking a bit oversold and that things are on the turn. Then the wave 2 part tends to be the biggest part of it. So that's a bit where you expect it to just seriously make some moves. Again, it'll zigzag its way up. It's never that obvious, really. You have to kind of recognise that it's potentially forming this pattern. And same thing again. You kind of get the levels, and you get whatever the momentum oscillator is telling you on that as well. I just realised I switched off the EMAs earlier. I think I was doing something or other. Put them back on. Yeah, so yeah, quite good for that sort of thing. Seems like that might be worthy of a bit of a chat in the Discord about if anyone in there is using Elliott wave theory analysis, whatever, along with Quadzilla. I'd be really, really interested to chat to you about that, and just kind of see what you're doing. Yeah. Anyway, so that was Sui. So what was the next one?
Next one was
ZEC.
ZEC, Zcash.
Yeah.
Zcash.
Zek. Zippity doo. Let's do the. For that, let's do the perpetuals on Bybit. Maybe for this, I'll drop down to the 1 hour just because. Zcash I quite like. I mean, I know. I think we've talked about this fairly at length before, about just privacy coins generally. So like Monero is kind of, I think, still is king really when it comes to privacy coins, because it's the privacy isn't optional. It's very much baked into the protocol, to the blockchain layer, to the level 1. So you can't sort of choose to do some transactions visibly on Monero. So Zcash, on the other hand, is privacy optional, and of course that's what's allowed it to be to have kind of just a bit more institutional approval and be accepted into exchanges while they're busy kind of delisting Monero, kicking it out. So in a sense, that kind of puts Monero where it belongs, which is back into the shadows. It feels like as long as there's some way to still buy Monero, probably on a decentralized exchange or whatever, then that's great. That's perfect. We don't really want it to be too kind of institutionally adopted. As long as the price stays fairly sort of stable, I think on Monero, then it's viable as just private internet cash. And I'd still like to be able to go into a shop with I suppose my Monero wallet or my phone or whatever, and just buy a carton of eggs or something, organic free-range eggs for the win, and just pay with Monero. And to be honest, we might end up having to do that a bit to kind of get around dumbass things like carbon offset limits. And as soon as those start coming in, sorry, you've exceeded your carbon limit for the day. It's like, well, I'm going to chop off a finger. Is that enough carbon for you? Or whatever. Sorry, I'm starting to sound like a lunatic now. But anyway, what's that got to do with the price of Zcash?
Eggs.
Eggs, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but anyway, so I think as a privacy coin, the point I was meandering towards there was that Zcash is actually less useful. It's trendier than the Monero at the moment. All the cool kids like Zcash. All the old grumbleoids or whatever, sticking to the like the granddad's Monero or whatever. But as I say, Monero still rules very much. So because the thing with Zcash is that you can kind of what's the word? Like when something's revealed on a thing, it's a bit open to exploitation, I think, because as soon as you've accepted some sort of open transaction, non-secret transaction into your wallet, then it's traceable, and it becomes quite a lot easier then to trace even things like the secret ones. Because you can kind of see the balance kind of increase or decreasing or whatever, and there's a lot of blockchain snooping that could be done then to figure that kind of stuff out. So you have to be really, really careful to, if you want a secret Zcash wallet, just keep it secret at all times. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, think about anything like that though. Is how did you get it in the first place? Well, you must have swapped something for it, or you must have bought it with some money somewhere. So things can never be that completely transparent, can they?
Yeah, it's true. There's always kind of a on ramp or an off ramp somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is why I think with Monero, if it was simply like if there was a shadow ecosystem, God, this is really going to get us deep. We're probably already. I think shadow is one of the words that we're not allowed to say. Interestingly, on that list, so we can't say shadow banned. It's like invoking Candyman, isn't it?
I'm making a note of all the bad words you've said so far.
Yeah.
I should be sending you a report later on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, yeah. So I think also crypto channels tend to be a little bit kind of suppressed anyway, don't they, with these things?
Well, especially when you refer to candles as certain kind of recreational toys.
That's true. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. So there's a whole list of just responses I was cycling through then, like, no, can't really say that, can't really say that, can't really say that. Hence the long pause. Oh man, where are we? Yeah. So, but anyway, so I think with a privacy coin, particularly with Monero, once you're in the ecosystem, you can, if you got some wallet that you sold some Bitcoin to buy Monero with, then you can then simply move that Monero to some other wallet and it's secret. see it done. There's the old thing about, so where, well, where's your Monero gone? Oh, I lost it in a boating accident. That was always the signature line, I think.
Oh, okay.
So if the taxman asks, what do you do with your Monero holdings? Oh, I lost it in a boating accident. is the line to go with, apparently.
Oh, okay. That's foolproof, is it?
Apparently, yeah.
Okay.
I disposed of it,
Yeah.
They might be tempted to investigate or send the heavies round at that point with the thumb screws.
Okay.
Anyway, that's probably another word, isn't it? Oh yeah, Christ. So Zcash, TA. So quick look. So oh my gosh, that's quite a chart, isn't it? Is it just me, or do you sometimes find that lengthy candle wicks quite off-putting? It can make it a bit difficult to see what's really going on there. Maybe it's just me.
What time frame are you on? What time?
On the 1 hour, yeah.
Okay.
But this is a similar thing, actually. So it could draw in fib retracement again, whether it's from there or there, maybe from there. Probably makes a bit more sense. Kind of up to... Is that going to make sense, or would it make more sense if it's there? Which one seems to just kind of fit the thing a bit better? Hard to tell, really. Maybe none of these. I kind of want that to line up with one of these. What would I go that way? It would have to be that way then, wouldn't it? Or maybe that. Yeah. Okay. Probably about that. I know it's slightly massaging the numbers a bit just to get it to all to match it, but then nothing else really matches up if I do that. So let's just get rid of that. It didn't really work. This isn't quite the Elliott wave thing now. So it'll say, it'll be saved from me kind of mapping all that out for a third coin running. This is doing something different, isn't it? Because it's had a big move up. This is now much more of a just kind of steady retracement. Sorry, not retracement. Steady accumulation, really, with a downward bias to it. Kind of that, and a bit of that, maybe. I could just use a channel thing, couldn't I? Maybe that would have been the thing to do. Anyway, maybe from there, yeah. So from that you can kind of clearly see what this needs to break above. And then this retracement level, if that was a continuation, which they tend to be, that's a definite line of support that you kind of want Zcash to stick to on there. So in terms of just like where's the bottom for this, I think you could, if you're going to long Zcash, I would suggest putting a stop loss quite close by, because I think if it breaks below this level, which is 492.6, then it's going to drop a lot further. I think potentially down to here, that kind of liquidity area, ish, So yeah, and then this area there, we could well see a continuation. Missed, bring it down a bit. Could well see a kind of continuation up to there. I think that might well, even though that one played out, that bearish retracement, it could still react to it, to that area, dip down somewhat, and then up. Maybe it will Elliott wave it as it goes. But then, as I say, that is a handy thing of having the Quadzilla levels and whatnots to kind of add that extra bit of whatever guidance, I suppose, in to whatever the Elliott waves might show. So yeah, can't really be much more definite than that, really, than for Zcash until something happens, if you know what I mean. If it breaks down below there, that would be a thing, wouldn't it? If it drops below this level, so probably wherever that is if the price comes down to either to there or to here at a stretch, that might be an entry point for a long. If it breaks above kind of that level, it's a bit inexact, to be honest. But if it kind of breaks above there, then you'd expect this probably to become a level of support then, the usual sort of thing, as it bounces its way up. Yeah, so you got kind of upside confirmation, you got downside confirmation as well. But at the moment it seems very kind of mid-range, I'd say, between that. It kind of needs to come down to something and bounce up, or go up to something and bounce down, before going one way or the other.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a one I'd be looking at the moment, to be honest. Cyprian saying, can we have a look at Novo Nordisk stock? I'm just trying to find the ticker for it, actually. It's on all sorts of weird things, like
Novo. Is it that? Novo Nordisk?
Yeah.
Oh, so you mean like
there's like lots of different sort of things, isn't there? Not quite sure what all that means.
Well, I guess Novo must be the... Oh, no, that's Novati, Novo Nordisk. Novo... Should just look at this one. Novo Nordisk is probably that. Until Cyprian informs us otherwise.
I just normally look for like the NASDAQ or something like that, but it's all got sort of weird things that I don't understand.
Yeah. So Cyprian, if you're still around, is this the right one to look at?
Yeah. Anyway,
but I'll start to look at it anyway and see.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts on this one? Just looking at it.
Hang on, I'm just going to look on my trading 212 thing, because I know I've played with this before. This one.
Oof. Actually, the 4 hour is pretty interesting on this, because we got, so Trend Shield was telling us very much that there was more downside there. So like steady on there with your opening along or whatever. Then that's quite abruptly gone. Like it bottomed out quite sharply there, and it's kind of looking. So that was a fair old impulse move up, wasn't it? Now it's accumulating. So it could well get up to that sort of 351 ish level. Bit of a pullback if it manages to get up there past that, but that, because that's obviously a very significant kind of area. I mean, you can obviously you can see besides the retracement levels, there's also this sort of thing.
Quite a nice double bottom as well, isn't it? Yeah, going back to
that. Very
bit
much.
Bit of a wide double bottom.
Yeah, I should lay off the Mars bars, I think. Just,
yeah. That should be banned. That should be banned. A wide double bottom.
Yeah, it should be. You'd think, and just just give up the mobility scooter. Just, get some steps in. And not while eating the Mars bars.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are doing that, make sure you don't just drop the wrappers. Put them in a bin. So
absolutely.
My social messaging for the day, societal messaging. So so there's obviously there's a bit order blocky along there, isn't it? A bit kind of liquidity areas. That level, as marked out by the retracement level, kind of is kept coming back to that. It's kind of, when it's coming up, it played with that. It kind of dropped down below it, then tried to get back up, back to that level, up, back to that level, failed and back down. Third, fourth, however many times the charm, if it manages to get back up there. Because that is looking like a bit of a pattern failure there, isn't it? But yeah, so that maybe that is the bottom is in, the right cheek of the bottom is in, and it's going to push back up through. So given that there's also that retracement level there, that it expects some kind of wavy move there, if not a bit of a pullback before it heads up. Wow, that was pretty huge back in end of July. Was there news around it or something, or did everything crash then, like end of July, beginning of August?
I don't know.
Because was that like were they, I don't know, accused of something or other? I don't know.
Gone out of
Or
business.
their product stopped working or something. Don't know.
Or they killed. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, the CEO went skydiving or something, and it didn't end well. Don't know. So, but anyway, so the retracement level there very much just kind of tied in with the fact that there was obviously divergence at that point, because the EMAs were also kind of just plunging down, and at that point there was some bullish divergence within the momentum oscillator. So, and that's usually when the retracement levels, kind of tend to kick in. They go like, oh, hang on, there's a lot of heading down here, but you can very much expect that the bullish divergent side of this to take control at some point and come back up. But given it's bearish, it'll hit this, go slightly above, and probably come down again. So it depends if because that looks very, very news driven, that drop. So it's a bit of a hard claw climb to just get its way back up there. It looks like they might need a bit more positive news on whatever it is they sell.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the earnings and revenue and stuff, and it's it's not good.
No. So Cyprian's just saying it is on NYSE.
Yeah, but over on, I can see all sorts of things on there.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, so I think if that's the right stock that we're even looking at, then hopefully that answers what you're looking for. If not, Cyprian, we can always catch up in the Discord after this if you want and have a look. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Is that level there as well, actually? Anyway, probably done that one. So what else have we got? Oh, one thing just very quickly. I don't know if you'd gone through these already, but it has. Interesting. I need to look at Monero. Yeah, it's good. It has a sort of built-in disadvantage in that you don't really know if anyone's using it because it's very secret. it's a victim of its own success in that sense. So need a bleep noise from YouTube. Yeah, we do probably need like a 3-second delay so that you can bleep whatever I'm saying. So I agree with that. Awesome, thanks. You're very welcome. Not really sure what that was for actually, but yeah. So I was going to look, just going back to Bitcoin for a second. Possibly the last thing. I think I wanted to go to the daily. So this is something that I posted earlier on. Is it? Oh, or was it on this one? No, there's just some random zigzags. Oh, that's what I drew today, isn't it? Actually, let's just hide a bunch of the drawings, and if I bring in the falling wedge thing, courtesy of TradingView, boom. Yeah, so I posted this, and noted that a fair number of people had been sort of posting similar things. I think that the ones that we saw on posted onto X, they're just kind of drawn in the two lines to indicate that it's a falling wedge. That's potentially quite bullish. So you'd kind of want these to be maybe narrowing a bit more. But if this plays out, then we may see the price is kind of doing a bit of that, and then smash on up, as it were. So this could well tie in with the US government news and various other things that we've got coming up. So if the US government is expected to reopen like tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening UK time, there's they're not quite there yet. There's a House vote, which is today. So they'll be voting on in the House of Representatives today. I think it'll be around 4 p.m. Eastern time. So it's already been passed in the Senate, and that was voted in 60 votes to 40. So they still have to vote in the House today. Then there has to be the presidential signature once the House passes the bill. And this is for Save, because he warned me about this earlier. I have to say the full name. So President Trump has indicated he will sign the bill immediately with his big fat Sharpie, I think. And he stated, I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good. Of course. And it'll be an immediate reopening. So like,
is that actually what it said? I will be abide by.
No. I think he must have been asked a question like, "Will you sign this? Will you be signing this immediately?" I will be. I'll abide by the deal. The deal is very good.
Okay.
And it'll be an immediate reopening apparently. So the moment Trump signs the legislation, the government reopens.
So they're going to open at like 5 p.m. on a Friday night.
Essentially, yeah. Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, right. It's weekend off then.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah. It's like, well, see you Monday, guys. You know, just in time to get to work and grab one of the like cupcakes that someone's brought in.
Yeah, that'd be right.
Right. Stand by the water cooler, swilling their coffee. Yeah. Oh God, you know, it's busy life, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
we fancy the quick one down the pub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. God, the life of a government employee.
Actually, that was my favourite thing about having a proper job. Actually, was going to the pub on the Friday afternoon, sort of like after work. You know, I used to love that. You know.
I used to love doing that at Canary Wharf, because like, you get all the people who are like suited and booted, and during the daytime, during the working day, they'd all seem a bit stern and a bit fierce. But then, yeah, Friday night, they'd all be just kind of like losing their minds a little bit. And pints of beer with like Jaeger bombs in them and things like that. And they quickly lost their composure, I think. So that was pretty good. You know? Good times.
I used to enjoy it too. I was kind of EC1 sort of era, you know, sort of Holborn, like Farringdon.
Oh yeah.
You know? And I used to go and enjoy it. We used to go down to like down to the, what's the bridge down from there? Is it London? No, it's not London Bridge, is it? It's the one near.
Not Battersea. Not Vauxhall. What's the other one that starts with V? Yeah,
can't remember.
Southwark.
It might be.
Yeah,
yeah, it might be Southwark. So the one before Tower Bridge, you know.
Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, because it's along that way.
We used to walk across there and then go to some of the pubs down there, sort of thing. And,
yeah.
Anyway.
So because I've worked around that area as well, like Liverpool Street and so on, and etc. So anyway, so it'd be an immediate reopening, but they didn't really specify. They reopen the moment he signed it, but does that mean the moment the Sharpie pen has hit the paper and started to scribble, or from the moment that the Sharpie is raised from the page?
Right. It's got to be priced in already, isn't it? Really, I suppose, which is a bit worrying if that's the case.
Yes. Yeah. There is that. Yeah. I've got a feeling that it isn't, because there's still uncertainty.
Oh, okay.
I think this vote later on today, the House vote, is going to be pivotal. I think that's because there's still indecision at this moment. Because I think, wasn't there something around the Senate 60-40 vote that I think people were a bit surprised by it, but so that there might be a little bit of doubt still around this. So I think from probably between 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern time today, we should find out. And then, so in fact, yeah, expect volatility this evening, sort of UK time. Expect volatility today around that. You could be looking at like a 5% pump, at least I would think, if they vote in favour. And if they don't, then that might just be a bit too much for the market, and there might be a mini winter.
Yeah. Oh, well, so that's tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's going to be late for us, isn't it? Yeah.
Well,
interesting.
I mean, it's today. So talking about the House vote is today.
Oh, I see.
4 p.m. ET.
Okay.
And then the actual. So what's tomorrow then? Okay, it's expected to reopen by tomorrow, the 13th. But the House vote is today, and Trump did say that he'll sign the page. Okay. Oh, in fact, yeah. Okay. So they might actually reopen today. It depends.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, we'll see anyway.
The max we did look at CRO earlier, so if you wind back the stream, you'll see it kind of near the start actually.
Yeah. So I think
I'm going to
you
off in a minute.
Sure. I was going to say, are you Michael the max? I think you are, aren't you? I believe.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So I think that's why you're joining at midday.
Spoof Aaron.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I think we are just wrapping up, but we did look at Crow earlier on in a fair amount of detail, and it was near the beginning, I think, so
it was
probably worth rewinding. And if you had any other questions, thoughts about it, whatever, do shout in the Discord. We can chat about it there as well. I would say also, anyone here, please do post your chart setups and all that kind of stuff in the Discord as well, because yeah, it's good. It's always really interesting to see. So I think we need to get that activity moving a bit in there, so that it's not mainly me. It's just, but because I always wonder if my TA is a bit wrong. I kind of need other people's TA in there as well to.
Well, in a way, it's like I always think the thing with TA is you kind of look at someone else's TA and you think, all right, I can see what they're thinking, but have they thought of that? And then it kind of gets you thinking, about different possibilities and stuff, Yeah, it's quite easy. Hugely. It's quite easy on your own just to get one thing in your mind and then get stuck on it, and not think of any other possibilities and all that. I have got to go because I told my daughter I'd pick her up in 5 minutes about 4 minutes ago.
Oh, oops. Okay.
And she's about 6 minutes away. So can I just say thank you very much, Maff. Thank you everyone who came along. Can you please give the live stream a big like? Do come back at the same time tomorrow. Do check out the Discord. Tomorrow we'll announce the stuff about Quadzilla, about the Black Friday deals, and so you probably won't buy it today, but so maybe
even if you do, even if you buy it today, we won't kind of leave you adrift or anything like that. We'll you can become part of the deal, so that'll be fine.
But meanwhile, you could join the Discord at savewithcrypto.org/Discord. And I've definitely got to go. So see you all tomorrow. Thanks, Maff, and bye.
Bye.